Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, New Jersey is bracing for another wintry mix, so I'm stuck at home, so I thought I'd throw a party, an ink swatch party. I've got 21 inks here that I will be testing out, and I'll be grabbing them at random, so that means I have no idea which ink I'll swatch next. And somewhere in this mix is my favorite ink of all time. Well, at least for the moment. I won't tell you which one until later. Every swatch could be the one, so stick around because you won't want to miss it. Whether you love vibrant colors, shimmering effects, or classic shades, there's something here for everyone. So let's get started. All right, before we jump into swatching, let's talk a little bit about what makes fountain pen inks so unique. So unlike traditional ballpoints or gel pens, fountain pen inks come in an endless variety of colors and properties. You got your standard colors like blue, black, red, and green. Like that's exactly what it says on the bottle. You got your shading inks. Those are the ones that shifts between, shifts between light and dark tones. You're gonna see that later on. And you also have your sheening inks, which is my personal favorite. These are the inks that reveal a sort of metallic hue when it dries. I love that. And then you also have your shimmering inks. These are the inks, and I'm sure you've seen this many times too. These are the ones that are infused with gold or silver or even sometimes multicolor sparkles. I think Ferris Wheel Press is known for that. So like if you ever walk into a stationery store, right, or browse ink online, you know how overwhelming it can be. Like, how do you even start picking the right ink? Always my issue. Should you go for a classic blue, or do you want a shimmering blue? Or something like maybe a shimmering purple, but maybe you want to go purple with some shading that shifts between purple to yellow. I made that up. Or something completely wild, right? Even seasoned users struggle with this. So today, hopefully, we're going to see how these 21 inks compare and make your choices a little easier. So grab some coffee, tea, or whatever type of beverage you have and just enjoy this relaxing video in its entirety. And if you feel like chatting with me in the comments about your thoughts, I would really like that. So let's start swatching. All right, now for the fun part. I'll be swatching all 21 inks on both Tomoe River paper and a standard notebook to compare how they behave. This notebook is a 160 GSM Archer and Olive notebook, so hopefully we can test the bleeding on this one and the ghosting. I'm almost positive that it will not do any ghosting or bleeding, but we want to see how that performs with the Tomoe River paper as well. So let's get into it. All right, I had to speed up this part of the video because, let's be honest, watching ink dry in real time is about as exciting as watching paint dry on a cold winter day. But in my opinion, the real magic of an ink isn't when it first hits the paper, it's what happens after it dries anyway. So that's when you can really see how it reacts to the paper, whether it has any shading, sheen, or shimmer, and how the color settles. So it's always a little ink surprise every single time. So enjoy watching the rest of the video. All right, I finally finished it. That was a lot of work. Oh my God. Jesus. Anyway, so before I start talking, I made a boo-boo. So, and this is a good lesson learned for me as well. Make sure you do not use the same water to wash your whatever, your pens, or in my case, it will be my dip pen. I use the bottom part to do the swatching, and I just kind of swish it around the same water for every single one. So what happens is, well, let me just show you. So the Twisby Navy is just that. It's just a standard ink. It's navy, right? Why on the Tomoe River paper, it has sheening. You see that? That's not supposed to happen. So I probably, when I swished it, it captured some of the sheening particles from other inks, and of course it's Tomoe River paper. It definitely captured it. So that's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to just, and you're going to see a lot of those. So I apologize for that. It's a lesson learned for me. So next time I will not be doing that. But yeah, essentially, let me put it side by side again. You can basically see the difference between a regular paper, which is this one, and the Tomoe River paper. The regular paper is much lighter, right? I believe because it absorbs the ink quicker than the Tomoe River paper. So, and of course, it's as expected, Tomoe River paper is really best for fountain pen inks. It's very much fountain pen friendly, so it shows more of its properties. So like for instance, this one right here, the Vinta Fortaleza, you can see the shading right here from dark to light. So it's on the Don Quixote. You can see that lavender and then a purple, while in the regular paper, it's just matte, like a flat color, right? You can see it. So those are the big differences. However, for shimmer inks though, ooh, this one's so pretty. It really captured all those, what do you call those glitter, right? When it dried up, it just, the glitter, you can see it's kind of like floating above the paper because obviously the glitter can't be absorbed by the paper. So that one came out really, really nice. Even the writing sample was so nice. And of course, same thing happens to the Tomoe River paper, except for this one, you can see it's a little bit of shading too. So, but it also captured that shimmer. So really, really pretty. While we're on the shimmer part, look at that color verse. 2024 Blue Dragon Glistening Gold. So this one comes in 3 flavors. I know there's just regular Colorverse 2024 Blue Dragon, and then there's, aside from the glistening gold, there's another glistening something. I can't remember if it was silver. Maybe it's silver. Can't remember. But this one is really nice. It has all 3: shading, sheening, and shimmer. So you can see it's, I don't know if it registers on camera, it's teal. There's a teal on the background, then it turns into like a burgundy purple color. So that's the shading part, or the shimmer to, well, shading and a shimmer. I'm sorry, shading and sheening. And then there's a, I think it's green, might be gold, but in person it's green. So you can see that little shimmer of those green inks right there. And then the writing sample, there it is. You can see it now. When you first write this, it's blue, but once it dries, it turns into like purpley. So pretty. Oh, and of course, it's that sheen. I'm so in love with this one. The wearing goal, it has a little bit of shimmer. You can see it. Yep, I love that. Love that. You can see it from the writing example too. In a regular paper, the color verse, you can see more of the shimmer. Those, but you don't see much on the writing. It's just blue. Yeah, that's the only thing. What else is in here? Okay, so the Vinta. Oh, I can see it now. Ooh, the Diamine Electric Pink. For some reason, I like the Diamine Electric Pink on the regular paper more. I don't know why. I just love how it looks here than the Diamine. Sorry, on the Tomoe River paper. It's not bad, but if I have to choose between the two, I'll choose this one. I liked it a lot. And again, much lighter. You can see definitely for the dominant industry Earl Grey tea, you can see it's a much lighter orange. This one is more like burnt orange, right? Love that. This one is my new favorite, one of my new favorites. It's not my favorite. This is a really nice teal. I just bought this. It just arrived yesterday. So pretty. Ooh, there's some feathering. Okay. Writer's Blood. Writer's Blood. Well, this is everyone's favorite. I think everyone loves Writer's Blood. I don't know if you can see on camera, but it looks exactly the same. Maybe this one is slightly darker than this one, but it's very, very small difference. TWSBI Blue Black looks exactly the same. Exactly the same. Yeah, the shading is exactly the same. This Sepia Nights, Diamine Sepia Nights, for some reason this one is more sepia than this one. For some reason, this one is so much darker. But this one is, you can see that like the dark brown to black. I like it on the regular paper better. What else? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much the same. Oh, this one right here. I think this was my fault. So, the Diamine Inkvent 2024, for some reason, here, I'll show you. For some reason, they look exactly the same, the vibe and the cosmic glow. Don't ask me why. I really don't understand it. I even tried swatching it again, so here it's even more pronounced. The sheening, right? So you can see it's exactly the same, which is so bizarre to me. Except for the green. Ooh, that green is so pretty, right? Ooh, so pretty. But look, I redid it on a different page, and it looks exactly the same. I don't understand. I may have to redo it. Maybe clean this out. I don't know. Maybe there's some particles in here. I don't know. But that is definitely that's not what the vibe looks like, and that's definitely not what the cosmic glow looks like. So I think I just grabbed the Sheening inks, and the reason why I got these three from the Inkvent calendar, because it's like very high sheening, and I just love it. I've been using the Vibe a lot for my journaling, and it's so pretty. As you know, if you make titles out of it, so pretty. And oh yeah, so you're gonna see a lot of ghosting. I mean, obviously, because I saturated the paper, so that's normal. But in terms of the writing, it's there's still some ghosting, and it is the sun's end, so I don't expect much, you know. But let's check out the Archer and Olive. Yeah, this one is obviously, again, you're gonna see a couple of those because I did saturate the paper, but you don't see any ghosting and no bleeding in terms of the writing samples. So I mean, that's expected. I mean, I still would prefer a Tomoe River paper only because it really captures the ink's properties more than a regular paper. So yeah, so this is awesome. I love it. I love it. This was so much fun. A lot of work, but it's so much fun. So what did we learn today? Fountain pens are anything but boring. Whether you're into classic blues, bold purples, or shimmering golds, there is an ink out there that matches your vibe. I'll definitely be using some of these in my upcoming journal spreads and pen test, so stay tuned for more. But which ink do you think was my favorite? I'll give you 3 seconds. I think you guys can tell with my reaction, right? It is my new one. I need to get a bigger bottle of this one. It is the 2024 Blue Dragon Glistening Gold. When I didn't realize it's so small. It's very, very small. It's only 15 milliliter. But I love this because it has all three: shading, shimmer, and the sparkles. I love it. Sheen, shading, and shimmer. There you go. So I love it. I love the way it changes colors and has that shimmer in there. So I'll definitely be using this on one of my broad pens. So do you love sheening inks too, by the way? Because I am a big fan. Or are you more of a shading ink kind of person? Or maybe you just want like the standard colors. Nothing wrong with that, of course. But drop your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear all about it. Let's geek out over ink together. Also, if you found this fun or helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss more ink swatching madness. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.